All right, so today we're going to be checking out a live performance. This is the first live performance of Stray Kids I've checked out. And you guys recommended Hall of Fame. Specifically, a couple of you replied to the comment saying the Golden Disc Awards one. So, I'm assuming it's this one. This visual immediately looks fucking insane. Before we get into it, though, if you do want to support me, you can check out the Patreon, link in the description for that. There'll be a bunch of videos up on there. Every video that I make, I will put on Patreon first, so you can get it there early, ahead of time. That could be 1 week, that could be 2 weeks ahead of time, ad-free, and yeah, it's just another way to support me. But anyway, let's go. Bro is sweating. He's putting a shift in. It's a bit quiet. No! I had a feeling this was going to happen. Sometimes the live performances, when they're uploaded, it's not the loudest. Maybe I can... Let me just turn my system sounds up to the highest and see how that is. Let me bring it back. Might be a bit louder now. So I was about to say, there's so many people on the stage. How am I going to distinguish them? Obviously, they're wearing different clothes, so you can. The clothes that they're wearing, it looks kind of royal-esque. And what is the differential between the red and the black that they've got going on here? It must mean something. The people in red, what's going on? What's the red and the black differential? If it means nothing and it's just a style choice, fair enough. But I mean, it looks royal as fuck. I rate it. I rate it very highly. I do have the lyrics up, so I will be reading that when we go through, but let's just let it play for a bit. Where did they go? They just vanished. Oh, here we go. You can tell when Felix is coming from a mile away. See, I'm getting the hang of it now. I'm getting the hang of it. Bro comes in sounding like a demon. Fucking talking like this, yeah. Hella deep voice, bro. I'm gonna read some of the lyrics. The old choreograph that's going on right now, how they're moving around so much. The fitness that you need to do that, to then carry on fucking singing how well as they're singing or rapping the double time flow, what a couple of them are doing there. You need a crazy amount of fitness. I know that these guys literally do this for their job, and the amount of training and preparation that goes into all of these shows and the choreography and all sorts is crazy. But yeah, just to be able to do that, it needs to be appreciated. Anyway, it comes in. I write my name into the stars right now. I will leave myself all over the gallery. The sun revolves around me, or revolves around me. Oh, Galileo, rediscovery again. Yeah, I'm the spotlight. Galileo, he's an astronomer. I don't know what exactly he discovered, but he discovered something. It says here his theory about the model of the universe where the sun is at the center and all planets rotating around it, which is true. We orbit the sun. But basically what they're saying is that he needs to go reconfigure that discovery because they're now the sun. They're in the spotlight. They're what's being orbited. Crazy. Cry, fly day and night, and I receive hospitality wherever I go. It's not impossible. My proud footprints are framed. And then I climb to the place I longed for. It's too hard to explain, even if I had 10 mouths. I said, even if I had 10 mouths, this thing's unexplainable. Okay, then. This great history, write down with a marker. A, prime time. A, to ignore the time difference spreading all over the world. The idea that comes to mind is Thomas Edison's light bulb. I like the little, visual representation he's given us there. The idea that comes to mind. You know, people in like cartoons or just like imagery. If people get an idea, you get like the light, the little like light appearing above their head, like a little eureka moment. But then they've literally written Thomas Edison's light bulb. I'm pretty sure Thomas Edison literally invented the light bulb or electricity or something along them signs. He created the iridescent light bulb that burned long enough to be practical enough. Before, I think they had light bulbs, but they only lasted very, very short amount of time. So he basically made the light bulb. The idea that comes to mind, clean. By the time I guess the end of my pace, the runners are already leading. And then it comes in here. I'm assuming this is the start of Felix's part, or maybe not. I'm going to read it anyway because he comes in again. So I'm going to say we've already heard this part. Pump, stamp out a great biography. I'm going to stomp my footprints. Armstrong. That's what he's talking about. Yeah, they have done this part. Armstrong, the guy who went on the moon. Lance Armstrong, I believe. Oh, no, Neil Armstrong. Who's Lance Armstrong? Is that the cyclist who got done for drugs? I don't know. Anyway, that's a different Armstrong. Neil Armstrong, stomp, footprints. They're basically making their mark, and they're mentioning like the sun, all of that stuff, moon, astrology. My career reaches a new peak, a jaw-dropping spectacle, legendary. Hear the people call my name. Here, I'm on the Hall of Fame. Unveil the rumbling trails of hustling. Let's take a picture, a biography of a great man. And then we got Felix coming in here. Let's bring that back. Hey, they're spitting right now. Sorry, I gotta bring that back. Do you hear the crowd as soon as he comes in? Who's your guys' favorite then? Let me know who your guys' favorite is. Just say my favorite is, so I can do a little Control F on my keyboards. I wanna see something. I wanna see how many people have who's favorite and who is the favorite amongst the people who watch my videos. Yeah, they're putting in a shift, bro. Look how sweaty they all are. Yeah. Aye. And they've got Nil's quote: "One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." Hold on a minute. We're gonna read up until that point. So Felix comes in there saying, shaking the industry, quaking reality, making it iconic. However he said it a lot better than me. I stack it up now. My journals, which have been piled up and packed, records are making new history now. Set foot in the shining spot. Stand on your feet and hold your head up now. Call me Shakespeare. I'm filling out my papers. Shakespeare, people see him as one of the greatest English writers. He was a playwright, stories, all of that stuff there. Everyone knows Shakespeare. Enjoy the battle against Crisis, who will overturn the game board. Patterns that even Faker or Einstein can't quantify. They shouted out Faker. Aye, let me find out that these guys play League of Legends. Crazy. Faker's the greatest of all time, if you don't know. You know, you've got like Messi, Ronaldo, Faker. He's like somewhere up here. Bro's achievements. I played League of Legends for 15 years now. I don't really play it much anymore. I sometimes play TFT, the auto chess. But I occasionally hop on, play some Howling Abyss, play some ARAM, and the game modes when they come out. But not too much anymore. But League of Legends bars they have a special place in my heart. So he's saying patterns that even Faker or Einstein can't quantify. He's got the Einstein quantify, quantum theory, whatever he had, E equals MC squared. But then like the patterns that they can't quantify, because Einstein really good at math. And Faker, you basically can't outplay that guy. He's always 2 steps ahead of you. So if Faker or Einstein can't see the patterns, I like how they've got Faker and Einstein in the same bar, one after each other. That is beautiful. The next level is much higher to the power of the current level. maybe over 9,000. Immortals like Hawking. In black holes I'm walking. Stephen Hawking. Okay, they've got this song called Hall of Fame, and they're mentioning the people who have, like, at the top of their craft, some of the most famous people that everyone knows. And Faker's made it on that list. Now, I'm still baffled, man. You got still Stephen Hawking, Einstein, Shakespeare, Neil Armstrong, Thomas Edison. Who else have they mentioned? Galileo. They're probably going to mention some people more. I don't know. Immortal like Hawking, black holes. He had his black hole theory of relativity, and then he ends it with "I'm walking." That could be a fucking diss at Stephen Hawking. I can't lie, because he was walking one day, and you know he got paralyzed, and you know he was in a wheelchair until he died. So yeah, that's a sad one. Bro just dissed Stephen Hawking. Rest in peace. My scribbles and doodles. They're permanent markings. Write it down completely, my fate. Anyway, this is my way. I can shake the world beyond. I am a grand slam. A grand slam is... the only grand slam I know is in tennis. It's like one of the most prestigious tournaments and awards. It might be in other sports as well. What they're basically saying is, I am a grand slam. I am the peak. I am the whatever it is. Pump, pump, stamp, stamp. They go back into that. And then we've got Neil Armstrong coming in here. All right. We got... Let's listen to the end of this song. This is a slapper, man. They're barring. The energy is unrivaled. Like, you just have to respect it, man. You have to respect it, because I've been to a couple gigs before in my life. More than a couple. I've been to a lot of concerts and a lot of festivals and a lot of gigs. And there are some artists who just don't try. The ones that I remember the most, Migos. Offset, Takeoff. I forgot the one who passed, but rest in peace to him. But there was only... So I went to see them, yeah. I didn't see them specifically. It was at a festival, and they were just on. So I was like, fuck it, I'll see the Migos. I like the Migos. 2 out of 3 of them turned up, for starters. So that's not a good start. One of them wasn't there. And the other 2 stood on the side of each stage, did not move a muscle, didn't even rap half the lyrics, and left after 10 minutes. I was like, you guys are taking the piss. And they probably got paid so much money to be there, and they just did not care. Did not try. Someone might be in the crowd who's their favorite artist, and you know, and they just pisses me off, man. Anyway, Simon comes in. I want more. The Hall of Fame, numerous records. I'll make them always. Hear the people call my name. Here, I'm on the Hall of Fame. Unveil the rumbling trains of hustling. Let's take a picture. Biography of a great man. And then it goes back into the bits we've already heard. Because, you know, I'm shaking the industry. Quaking reality. Making it iconic. Hit a peak. Stomp, stomp. Shaking the industry. Quaking reality. A jaw-dropping spectacle. Legendary. That was elite. That was a slapper. The performance was wavy. I'm assuming all their performances are wavy. If you liked the video, leave a like. Let me know what you thought. And yeah, as I said at the beginning, if you're still here, check out the Patreon. Just have a little gander at it. See if there's any videos on there that you might want to see. And yeah, have a good one. Bye-bye.